Hey guys, welcome to the Country and Hard Rock Show.
And goat time.
And goat time.
No goat yoga. Goat time.
Hey, we could do no goat yoga or goat yoga.
No.
I know people who
I don't do yoga
around here that go and travel hours away to do goat yoga.
What a waste of money. Just saying.
Well, they say
my milk crate's like, I feel like I'm gonna pop a wheelie.
I told you that earlier.
Yeehaw!
You know, there is coffee shops within like a couple hour drive here. You can, it's like you buy your coffee and then pay
Wash
an
my
extra.
hands in vinegar. That was rough.
You can pay like $15 extra and have cat time.
No.
You go in and you can pet cats and sit on couches with cats and
that's just creepy.
And hold
then
cats.
you get hair in your drinks.
But you get cat time. It's like goat yoga. You do yoga poses and the goats jump all over top of you and walk all over top of you. And you know, being a parent's like doing yoga.
Something like that.
Because you get walked on, stepped on, climbed all over, and
yeah.
You know,
and you can never poop in peace. Just saying.
No, you can't.
Yep.
No, you can't. So, well, we're out in the country.
Yep.
We're out in the country.
On the ranch.
On the ranch.
Not ranch dressing.
Not ranch dressing. Nope. We're out in the ranch with the goats.
I seen a TikToker the other day. A girl drank ranch dressing. Would that not make you throw up?
Do you know?
I mean, wouldn't it though?
There's
really
a lot of stupid stuff that they do on videos.
Yep, like this.
Yep, like this.
Would you put that machete up? Why did you?
But
how did you bring that in? I didn't even notice it.
But we're not doing stupid stuff.
Would you quit? You're flinging gravel on me.
That was.
Might poke my eyeball out. I ain't got my safety glasses on.
There's a lot of stupid stuff that people do.
You're gonna make the goats nervous. You're gonna think you're gonna be heading one.
They're not nervous at all. They're fine.
I know.
They're fine.
You know why?
Why?
They got coconut.
They do got coconut.
They got coconuts today.
I'll tell you what, I'd be mad if you put coconut in my food. My wife makes cookies with coconut.
Yeah.
And
I made cake the other day and put coconut in it. That's the coconut I didn't use.
No, sorry, Bob. I don't need any coconut.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at a strange place in our life where people do stupid things. Yeah.
We were talking about that the last episode we filmed. You know, like 5 minutes ago.
Well, we are.
Well, probably 10 because we had to drive here.
We are pre-recording. Are you okay?
This milk crate's not stable.
Folks, if he tips over, I'm just going to continue talking, and you can sit there and laugh because he'll be stuck up against the fence and he won't be able to get up until I help him.
Be nice. Good grief.
So, yeah, you know, we were talking about that, how people do things because they feel the peer pressure.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I went to school.
You did?
I did.
I thought you were homeschooled.
And I was homeschooled and then I went to college.
You know, that sun's getting hot on my back.
I never did stuff out of peer pressure. Mainly
you might have caused some peer pressure. I'm having the belief, though. They can hear that, you know.
They can hear that? I know. It's got
annoying.
A tingy sound.
It's annoying.
Tingy sound.
It's like the chalkboard nails effect.
How would I have caused peer pressure?
I'm sure you caused a lot of pressure.
Yes.
Nerve pressure.
Yep.
Pain pressure.
I did that, yeah. I had a teacher in college say that I caused him to become an alcoholic.
When you were 16?
Yep. He said I caused him to become an alcoholic. He passed me just so I wouldn't get stuck in his class. So, I mean, talk about a country song right there. He could have written a good country song.
Yep.
But yeah, you know, in this world, we've done a lot of stupid things. I moved up here about 6 years ago. And,
wait a minute, you got to tell them all where you're from.
Well, originally I'm from New York, but I was living in Lower Missouri.
Uh-huh.
And I moved up here, and there's a lot of things I had become accustomed to.
You stole one of our Missouri girls. I
did. I married one of the Missouri girls. So one of the things that they were doing, like the second year I moved up here, is kids, and you know, folks, if you're watching and somebody in your family member has done this, I'm not trying to belittle or pick on anybody. I just have a lot of questions of why. But they were snorting wasp spray.
Do not do that
now,
at home.
I've done a lot of foolish things with like machetes and like.
What would be the effects?
I got it. And
Stop.
I've done a lot of foolish things, and if you've ever ridden with me, you know that I do a lot of just my
We ain't got
driving in
insurance.
general.
We ain't got insurance for that.
But what would possess somebody to fall into peer pressure?
What would be the effects of that? I don't get it. But I don't get eating insulation either. I can't let go of that.
You can't let go of
Just
that?
because it looks like cotton candy doesn't mean it is.
Do you want to know what we did back in our day when I was growing up in construction with insulation?
I don't know if I want to know.
We would bet each other to take your shirt off and roll up into it in like a sleeping bag.
No.
And then work the rest of the day.
No.
And I'm going to tell you, you know how itchy you are for the next week?
Yep. Hey, you didn't help me out here. I brought props.
If you fall over...
No, I brought props. You didn't tell me to change. There you are.
We are changed. We're squatting on milk crates.
I know, and it's kind of hurting my knees and my hip. This
I'm
hip's
just
hurting,
waiting.
this knee's hurting, this ankle's hurting.
I'm just
And then
waiting
my
for you
back.
to fall over because
No.
the goats will start nibbling at your hair.
No, because I'm feeling the need to go poop. It's like, I'm ready to go. Good to go. Woo!
All right, you're just... Folks, I have nothing to do with him.
Well, listen.
I picked him up
Listen.
alongside the road.
Uh-huh. You did drive here, though.
That is, and I drove safely, didn't I?
Yeah.
And we got here in one piece, and you weren't crying like last time we drove together.
Right.
You bawled like a baby because
Just
you were
about.
whining about my driving.
I don't know if I've ever, next to my oldest daughter, her driving Escalades and my Escalade.
You have a lot of escapades.
I don't think I've ever prayed that hard while somebody was driving. Between
Really?
You two.
Really?
You two would give me a close race.
So I remember this one time we had this.
You know, you can outdrive your GPS.
Yeah, I can.
No, she does.
Yeah.
We were running late.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Do not attempt this at home.
And
We're
you
not
did a lot of
trained
praying.
professionals.
You did a lot of praying, huh?
Well,
What
I
makes a professional?
Feel like
What makes a
my
professional?
hand at any moment was gonna break her door handle off, holding on for dear life.
What makes a professional?
I don't know.
Practice. We've had lots of practice driving this crazy, so we technically are professionals.
Maybe.
So
Is that before or after I throw you out of the side by side today doing donuts?
this
We're gonna do some donuts today.
we did back
know,
home.
Cake donuts, jelly filled donuts, Long John Bismarck filled donuts,
So we had this road back
donuts.
home. Did
Talking
I?
about donut. We're gonna do some donuts today.
We had this road back home, and it had these bad curves. It's a back country road like we have here
Whoa.
in Missouri. And you go around
What are
this
you being mouthy
corner.
back there for?
You go
See,
around
the goat.
this
The
corner.
goat didn't think it was funny.
The goat thought it was real hilarious.
You know,
go
they're
around this.
awful quiet when they're eating. Not like me. Oh, what we got going on back here?
They don't slobber as much as you do when you're eating. So we went around this corner. Back home, there's this curvy road. You go
Deer.
around this back
Deer.
deer corner.
Deer. Can you see it?
I am trying to tell a story here that
I
the
see a
folks
deer.
are on the edge of their seat
It's
trying
up
to
over
wait
there.
for.
Look about 30 feet past that telephone pole.
Can we shoot it?
No, it's gone. It went to the right.
Okay, can we shoot it?
No,
Okay,
it's not seasoned.
then don't get me excited about deer.
I don't want to eat deer. I like goat, bison, ribeyes,
Buddy, I'll make you
and
some
some
deer
bacon.
steaks. They'll make your mouth water.
No.
Yes. I will make you some deer steaks.
I
They'll make
cooked
you
deer
cry.
the other day. You take the pound of sage sausage and a pound of ground deer meat. You cook them together. And you almost got something out of them.
I take my back strap.
And half a stick of butter.
We'll hang our deer in a cooler
Yeah,
for about 3 weeks,
not me.
and you scrape that green off of it,
Uh-huh.
because that's what they do at all these big restaurants. They age your steaks, and you cut the back straps into steak size, and you run them through a tenderizer.
Uh-huh.
Oh man!
I don't have
Folks,
an
I didn't get-
electronically tenderizer, but I've got that hammer tenderizer.
Oh,
that old
yeah.
thing, that meat cleaver.
The electronic one is really good.
No, you just go.
Oh.
Take all your frustrations out.
Oh.
I did break a countertop doing that one day though.
What frustrations do you have?
Oh,
you hang
man.
around with me for relaxation. So
Well-
I was telling my story about driving.
When?
So back home we had this country road.
Wait a minute. Where are we at?
Back in New York.
Okay.
And
We're
you
not
had
in
these,
Missouri.
And you had these curves. It was like Missouri.
Okay.
And you go around this one corner.
Were
and
you
then
upstate New York? Though?
Yes.
Because see, I said this years ago before I knew country here. I had to go to Canton, New York. Beautiful place, by the way.
Yep.
Highly recommend
Yep.
Canton.
Been there.
Done that.
Well, been there.
So, and my wife was like, "Well, what's it like?" And I said, "Did you set our timer?"
Yeah.
Okay, where are we at?
Right here.
Right here.
Right here. We
And I
about
said, "Honey,
3.5
it's a lot
minutes.
like driving in Missouri."
Yep.
I said, "You see a lot of Amish, lot of cows,
Yep.
a lot of timbering,
Yep.
and a lot of crappy roads."
Yep. So
Just saying.
this is this mountainside road. You're going through these hills, and then you go around this corner.
Did
and
you
the
take it
road
on a motorcycle?
No, I wasn't driving a
No,
motorcycle.
I envision sometimes driving, like, you know, if I had a motorcycle, or if I had a Porsche, if I had a Lamborghini, this would be like an awesome road.
I'm gonna get you a scooter.
No,
One of them.
I don't
little
like
mopeds.
motorcycles. For real, I've had
Zumbas.
a bad incident.
Zumba.
Bad incident on a motorcycle once. And a
Um,
bad incident on a horse once. You know what I have now? No motorcycles and no horses.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
No horse, no motorcycle. But I've got a
Well-
side by side.
You do have a side by side, 4 tires.
Yep.
So
With
this
1,000 cc's of torque.
1,000 cc's of torque. I had a car with it.
They call that the torque motor. They have
1,000.
two options. They have the horsepower option or the torque option. I bought the torque option.
You know, it's just a tuning package.
Either way, it's all good.
Can we modify that and make it the horsepower option?
No.
Let me get in there. I will
I
cut
need
some
torque
wires. I'll
to
cut
pull
some
stuff.
wires and I'll splice some wires together and we'll go boom boom really fast.
You ain't touching that.
So before we sign off, I got to finish the story. So this country
Oh, wait a
road.
minute. We're in New York, upstate,
We're in New York, upstate.
driving like this. And that's just about how that goes.
And it was pretty bad. And you know my driving. My driving has gotten better in the days.
It was really good today, I'll give you credit
So,
for that. But
I
you were
was-
driving my vehicle, and I probably would have like gut punched you or kidney shot you.
So I was driving.
saying.
I was driving. I think in that day probably a Saturn, a little Saturn 5-speed.
Okay, those are
And
fun.
they are.
My boy used to race them.
And when you ran around this one corner, the road dropped out. I mean, it dropped straight down, and then it went straight back up, and there was a house down at the bottom. But it just drove straight down and straight back up. And we're driving that road, and you know I would drive on a 30-mile-an-hour road. I might do maybe 50. And we come around
we
that
don't
corner.
recommend that.
We go around that corner, and I turn the lights off, and we drop. And you drop down probably about 150 feet, and then shoot back up. It's like a roller coaster ride. And I had a guy with me, and he'd never been on the road before.
Kids, do not attempt this at home. We're not insurable.
He never rode with me again.
I wouldn't. I thought I'd seen that deer again.
He yelled at me, kind of like you yell at me.
What?
Yeah.
Did any goats fall over? Dang it, none of them fell over.
Nope.
Whoa! That went by my head. That went
I
hurt
am a
my-
trained
my-
professional.
My beautiful.
I just got that walnut chopped in half there.
Uh huh.
So, folks,
I can't get maimed or hurt. I got to have pictures next month.
pictures.
Yep.
Can I cut your hair before you have your pictures?
My oldest is she's getting married.
You know what a bald guy told me recently? He said he hasn't noticed he's losing hair. He just got lots of questions about how far up to wash his face when washing his face. It keeps getting higher and higher.
So I used to tell these guys that come in the barber shop, you know, I was a barber.
Okay.
And I'd tell them, you know, see, it falls from the highest to high where you want it. And it catches every nook and cranny on the way down.
Is that kind of like...
I would spend more time de-hairing ears and eyebrows and noses than I did cutting their hair sometimes.
Is that kind of like I tell people I used to be a bodybuilder and I sneezed one time, my chest fell, and I haven't been able to get it back up?
No.
Oh. Well, Hard Rock, we're at that 14, 15 minute mark.
I know.
And these poor people have lost this much time out of their week that they are not going to get back.
You know, we didn't even tell a good story this time.
And
we need a better storyline.
We
need to actually plot what we're going to talk about this in like 10 minutes.
Folks, we are not responsible for paying for your time that you just lost watching and enjoying this show.
Just don't pick your nose and laugh at the same time. That's all I'm going to say.
Whatever you do, don't drive like either one of us.
What?
You're driving scary too, don't you? Don't you think it's not?
Oh, I'm definitely rolling you out of the side by side.
You sit there and you drive like this.
I do. I'm concentrating.
You're concentrating. You need one of those. You're constipated.
No, if I had to poop, I'd already pooped. I'm in a position.
Oh, man. I'm gonna get you one of those genuine accessory toilet seat driver seats.
No.
Because you look like you're concentrating while you're driving.
Can we wrap this up?
Yes, we are wrapping this up, Hard Rock.
Did you get that's close to my toes, son? Stop. I have underground fiber optics.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that what was sparking earlier?
Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm Steve Woodruff. I'm a hard rock miner.
I'm Shelby Whitney. I'm a cowboy church preacher.
You're younger. You can turn it off.
You stay sitting there because we got to get the side by side to lift you up out of there.
Knees.